best friend at 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gain's an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me from. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Hello readers and digital people, and welcome back to Live Dives with GP Reads. I am your host, Grant Reads, and today we are looking back into Everyman Hybrid. This is part 3. Today we'll be watching, I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing because it's like 5 hours, and I just don't know if I could take that much, but it is part 3, The 7 Trials of Habit. And if y'all remember from last time, Habit is actually one of the main characters, but it's an alternate form of him from the world where everything was destroyed by Ash. Basically, the Silent Hill version of their area. So that's what we'll be looking into today. How are you all this evening? Jackbox session. Does it still say Jackbox on the... No, this one isn't Jackbox. No, this one is, unless it's showing Jackbox on the thumbnail, which it might be. I don't know, it's been having problems, but yeah, this is a live dive of Everyman Hybrid. So we got Finn here, Creepy Gamer, Nick Ronka. Yeah. Yeah, about 2 hours. 2 hours of this whole thing is a live stream on their thing. Okay. If you arrange your letters, EverymanHYBRID, you get job. Right. 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 Why is it not showing the live chat? 1 second. Okay, it's showing it on my end, but it's not showing it. Oh, that would explain it. There you all are. There you all are. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna just enlarge that a little bit. It's still the settings from where I was doing the live share the other day. I had to resize some things. So, all right. Well, before we get started, plenty of fun things on the way. We've got some more live reaction videos, and what I mean by that is some crazy commercial reactions. We're going to have some live ARG video reactions. We're going to have all kinds of things like that. I also have some dives and theory videos on the way, and this week I will be finishing that crazy animation collaboration faux Phase 8 thing that I've been working on for a while. There's going to be all kinds of videos spammed out from that pretty soon. Also, another thing that we've been fighting today, but for those of you who know, the 5th issue of ARG Digest, the special Halloween issue, is out now. Most people are not really having any problems, but if you do, the main problem in the magazine, this issue is having in particular, is for some reason, half of the copies are being sent out in matte instead of gloss. The only difference is the color's going to be a little bit washed out. They're not going to be as vibrant, but if your magazine has this issue, you can contact support and they will send you a free issue of the gloss edition. Just want everybody to know that. We're currently looking possibly for another publisher because this is the second time in a row this has happened. So, but for the most part, they've been doing great. The copies have been coming out clean, gloss, and everything looking good. So it should be, but if it's not, remember you can get a free glossy copy. And the only difference is the colors are a little washed out on the one that's matte. But just thought I'd put that out there. All right, let's see. Oh, and King of Burgers, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, yeah, we're going to dive right in, so. All right, let's get started. It's going to be a big one, so. All right, EverymanHYBRID Part 3, The 7 Trials of Habit. The following video is the third part. It follows the HM crew, blah, blah, blah. November to September of 2011. They're out of order for clarity. Ryan and the 7 Trials of Habit, November 24th. Video description, blah, blah. Let's try to skip through this and not read too long into this. We're registered now, apparently. Rabbits. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay. Daniel visited the memorial site with us and was kind enough to lend us his camera, hence the night vision. Thank you, Hybrids. Jay. All right.
Slow down, man. Check this out.
There's so many dark shots in the series. It's like running around with their camera. Why are you showing us dead deers? What the heck?
Yeah.
It's part of the lore.
Someone cut
Slenderman
its
got
belly
it.
open.
Cut its belly open the wrong way.
Oh, dude,
It's fucked up.
Ryan's site's another street up. Let's get going.
God, you're doing good. King of Burgers. 1 second. I'm going to have my guest drop in the background. Give me 1 minute.
Alright guys, so obviously you know that we left you off last time with the frantic call from Ryan, and at that point we weren't really sure if he was hurt, if he was pranking us, or what was going on, if he was just getting a speeding ticket. We didn't know. But we later found out that some shit went down, and Jeff knows better than I do, so he can take it from here.
We tried calling his family. We didn't get in contact with them until
Eye
a couple
match.
months later.
Hey Roxy, how you doing?
Hysterical. She told me that his dad was away on business and he was trying to get the first plane in, and they were pretty sure Ryan was really badly hurt in a car accident on this road. Since then, he's passed, and at Sunday night, we had since his mother was alone, she wanted me to come with them to confirm the body, and Ryan was messed
Well,
up.
why did it just
He had all
go?
these cuts all over his body and scrapes like from road
Oh, weird.
rash, but his neck was broken, and I don't know. The officer was saying that he looked like he hit something speeding and was ejected from the car. But the car had the normal
How you doing?
damage on it. But all the
Doing
glass was
good.
on the
Sorry,
inside of
I'm
the
a
car.
little late.
We
You're
figured
good.
something pulled him out of the car and attacked him.
All right.
And is it,
Oh,
You have anything to add at this point for the beginning of part 3? The 7 Trials of Habit?
I was a part of this
Otherwise, that glass wouldn't be on the
before.
inside.
and as if things weren't bad enough,
I was
The same
I
day
was
that-
one of the rabbits, but I unfortunately got eliminated.
Your mic's coming in a little bit, it's kind of hard to understand. It sounds like you've got some distance on it. Is it on speaker, maybe?
Yeah, I got it on speaker on my end. Maybe let me try to rearrange some of my audio settings on my, because of course on my mobile, my laptop. I
Okay.
got it on noise suppression.
Might want to adjust that just a little bit.
we were gonna hang out with him. After we got home, I realized that we had an email, which I
Let me
have
do
here, that he sent us, and I'll bring it up real quick and read it to you guys because it's doesn't make much sense.
Maybe just my sensitivity to be a little low. How's that? That sound good?
It's better. I can hear you now, so.
Okay, yes.
Talking about taking blood or something. He's having a little panic attack.
Guys, I got an email from this account a few weeks ago. I thought it was one of my friends messing around with.
So, when it's going back and forth at this point, is it going to different versions of them, or is it a possessed version of their friend?
I think it's versions.
Okay.
So I filled out one of his applications. He wanted me to
There's some,
send his ridiculous
Different
information
version.
and answer
Because,
weird
you know,
questions. So I
there
played
is
along for
a
a bit.
multiverse of them, and they
His
are in
next
this story
task
loop that
was for a pint of my blood.
every time they die,
I laughed it off at first,
they
but he refused to answer me when I was asking who he was. He only reminded me of his rule, that is,
What if that email's still active? 7 Trials of Habit? Probably not.
Probably deactivate it.
Alright, let's see. Okay, so Nick says, also so many black and white shots because Sleep Lab preview was also black and white. Up to 2-hour live stream about it coming up. Okay. Just woke up. Roxy just woke up in the middle of the day. I feel that life, though. And then Nick also said, I remember watching Everyman Hybrid explain for the first time when he got to this part. Nightmind used a voice distorter to read Habit's emails and tweets for the first time I heard it. It was scary, yeah. I bet it was. Scared you so hard. Scared you so hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Archer, this is, like I said, this is my first time watching. I don't even know if I was on the internet during this time. I don't know. I could have been, but I was probably doing something else. Probably doing something goofy, because back in that day, I was probably doing, like, comedy skits and stuff.
no seeking outside help. I was really freaked out and thought of you guys. No
Yeah.
one else would understand something creepy like this or even believe it. So if I figure anything out, I'll be in touch. I'll drive you up some information he sent to me the other day. I'll see you later today, Ryan.
That was Sunday morning, and he was supposed to hang out with us that day, and obviously, whatever the accident happened. And we'll link the email address because even if it's someone messing around with him, it's
Still something
it's
worth
messed
looking
up.
into.
Whatever the hell
It-
was fucking with him before he went.
We're done with coincidences. We're not taking any chances.
And we'll screen cap the message he forwarded to us.
You're gonna get to see that message, or like who is he talking to? Makes me wonder if Slenderman's like outside the window or something.
Evan,
Yeah? Jeff?
what's going on, man?
Hey, man.
What's up, man? You got a butcher knife sitting at the table. You seem in a really good headspace. Oh, camera distortion. He was there. The following is transcript of the email received by Ryan. You know, it's funny. I actually could do voice distortion. Let me see if I got that on this one. I probably do. Let's see, what was it saved under? Audio input capture, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's do the sloth rock distortion. All right. I'll just have to switch it over to my microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
So let's read it like this. Hello, Rabbit. I offer you a place in a tournament of sorts. A unique contest created just for you and all of your expendable co-conspirators. The only thing I ask of you, be completely open with me. Do not mess with me, and do not seek any outside help. There will be 7 trials in 3 preliminary rounds, culminating in a grand finale. See you there, Rabbit. Yours. Have it? It didn't have a name, so.
Yeah, this is basically asking us to, for all of us rabbits, to like put our information.
Optimus Primal. I haven't seen that new Transformers. Is it good? The new Beast Wars?
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
XLR reads. Yes. Every man say hi to this bird. Okay. So we're questioning. Read out Optimus's ending speech in 2007 Transformers movie in that voice. I'll do that later and see what happens. I'll post it as a short, just randomly. You're in like 9 or 10. You're in brain development. I don't think so. You turned out a great archer, so shut up. Just kidding. For real though, you're not ruined. Great to see the enthusiasm. Was that important? But some of you fools have not properly applied. Even someone as busy as me needs a holiday. Enjoy your family while you still can, rabbits. Please, tell them what you've been up to. Making me travel on a holiday. Seriously, rabbits? Have been eliminated. Do not screw with me, that's all. If you have sent in an application, you'll be processed. Otherwise, you'll have to wait your turn. No more applicants. Yet. How many do you need? Behold, my solo debut. The games are almost ready to commence. 231 rabbits lined up for the slaughter. Holy crap. That's intense.
I was the 31st.
Really? Holy crap. That's awesome. 77, you are the Angora. 154, you are the English Lop. 231, you are the Netherland Dwarf. He's going to give them all names. That's intense. First child will be sent to you soon. We'll start slow.
I was part of the Netherlands Dwarf.
Gotcha. Well then, good luck to... Okay, so that was that category. Like, 1 to so-and-so. Okay, gotcha.
We were like groups.
Gotcha. Well then, good luck to everyone, I guess. Jay. So why are they making everyone play this game? The games begin. Trial 1, Part 1. Send me a list of your 5 favorite, most beloved possessions. Like, is this being used for a spell? Preferably those which can fit inside a brown paper bag. Wish you were here.
Oh.
Surprise, fools. Just dropping in for a moment. What'd you say?
At this part, I had literally felt a pit in my stomach just form. I remember feeling when I got that hearing put. Because one of my favorite possessions was a stuffed dolphin of mine. And I was like, oh no, if I'm going to burn it, I'm not putting him in there.
Yeah. It would be, it would mess you up. Surprise, fools. Just dropping in for a moment to clear something up. You really think the big guy and Snoopy type these things themselves? Just me and the big guy, bumping shoulders, you know, yanking chains, rubbing elbows. Go play your little game, children. Nothing more to see here. It isn't much of a game to play. You just go grab possession. Alrighty, this was half of the first trial. The first trial. It's noon. 214 messages received. 4 previously eliminated. The following is a 2-hour live stream. It contains a lot of important information, especially in the first hour. But viewers who wish not to watch the viewers who wish to watch an abridged version will be shown timestamps for the most important parts. Should probably do that. It's a long live stream. Here we go. Important moments.
Thanks. The damsel situation. Yes, situation. Actually, we were planning on somehow
We don't
meeting
know
with her, but
how
we don't wanna
much
say
we get away with,
when it comes
and to that extent, we don't know how much we'd like to say over the internet. But we're working on it.
you will.
And I regret it. I regret
You're damn right you do.
calling her.
Really? Rise of the Beast was terrible? Pause this for a second. That's disappointing. Beast Wars was my favorite freaking arc of Transformers growing up and everything. Like, that was my show. I watched that every day. It had a bunch of reruns on Toonami. It was realistic, Finn. It was realistic. I mean that. And unless you're talking about something else, I'm trying to be realistic here. They're all species of rabbits. Interesting, Nick. So that's why he calls them rabbits. Subcategories of rabbits.
Can we see the Morse code videos? I don't know what that is. How many times have we been asked about these goddamn Morse, these damn Morse code things?
How old are we?
Team Knife all the way.
19? Evan just turned 20 last
I'm
week.
actually 20 now. I like.
Next important moment.
Hey, mate, screw. I just got it.
Have your parents noticed the barricade?
Alright, man.
Alex, could you go with your brother?
Go ahead, Green Feathers, whenever you're ready. We'll do yours and then...
Alright, listen, when it comes to asking about, Jeff's parents and Alex's parents, I just want you guys to know that they have passed. They haven't been alive for a while. They died a while ago. And it's kind of a really touchy sore subject.
Gotcha, Finn. Gotcha.
Just stay away from that. I'd appreciate it.
These weren't featured enough.
Best. I mean, we're not going to go
Yeah,
into their personal business.
you guys don't have to feel
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, it's a legitimate thing. But just, if you could just not do that,
Yeah, just...
you know.
I feel like the quality of Transformers has went down a lot since like the first couple movies.
And yes, we did take Old Ironside for a gallivant around the park afterward.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He might talk and say things as if his parents.
They have a very weird situation.
Yeah.
But again, that's their business, and
I have not had any recent episodes of Amnesia. No.
are you sure, man? Are you positive about that?
I can't remember. Oh my god. What's going
Question
on?
for anyone. Shoot.
Hey.
That would be so random to cover Transformers. Just watch all the Transformers movies, like just pick out a whole day, take a day off, and then just watch every single Transformers movie the whole day and give reviews. It'd be kind of fun though. Hey Flox, how you doing, man?
Ooh, I'd be down for that.
Hope you are doing good, my friend. Yeah, you will be. Have like a party. Have a bunch of people in voice chat.
Yeah, just a watch party.
Yes. All right. It said that's where that one ends. The next important part is at the 1 hour mark, I believe, and then the update hub is at 2:11.
Nearly for derailing the conversation.
Okay, can you not? No.
I love Inception though.
Hey, brother. Because you're being crazy in the background. I feel like him dancing. This is the most important part of the whole stream.
Alright.
No!
I don't care. It's a volcano. Now he's in the soccer field. Now he's on the moon.
How does it get to all these people?
Now he's in Iron Man 2.
Now he's in Nazis.
Nazis.
Oh, we heard the word Nazis. We're moving
Now
on.
he's in the ocean. Now he's in the Terminator. Now he's in the black guy.
Now he's on space.
Now he's in the unicorn. Now he's
Okay, the update hub. That was wild.
Hey there, hybrids. A lot of we've been getting a lot of messages from you guys complaining about how a lot of media, a lot of content and presence and whatnot
We'll see, Fed. We'll
is
see.
hard to follow because it's scattered
Glad you're doing good,
all over
Flox.
the
I'm sleepy
internet,
today,
as
too.
if it's
Way
our
overslept.
fault.
And as if we didn't have a lot more on our platter at the moment to appease you guys. But anyway, go ahead, Jay.
Proceed. Well, we apologize if it's hard to follow what's going on, but we don't know what's going on as well. So, like I said, apparently there's been
I feel like with everything that's been
packages
revealed, they
and
should be able to figure some
letters
things out at
and
least.
other content directed towards us or involving us.
I don't know.
That's
It's a lot more vague for them, I'm sure.
People's personal, YouTube accounts or
Because they're not seeing all
message
the
boards that people linked us.
reality switches.
And that's great. I'm glad everyone's finding it. But if YouTube videos exist of that, please put it as a response to this video. So this can be like a hub for all possible future findings and everything that's happened so far. And if no videos exist of any findings that there have been, message me, whether it's through our EverymanHYBRID@gmail email account or just YouTube private message us, and I'll put it in a text file, upload it to like RapidShare or a similar site, and I'll put it in the description so we can catch up, everyone can catch up, and we can maybe piece together what's going on.
Basically, guys, we're asking you to help us help you.
We're asking
I love
for
him.
Everybody gets
Help us help you.
We want to get the full story. We want everyone to get the full story.
want
So
everybody to know exactly what's happening.
let's get to this.
because if everyone's caught up, we can help ourselves out and maybe make sense of what's going on. We love you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy and
Best of luck.
See everyone.
happy December.
Happy December.
I haven't got a computer.
I got a computer.
I don't remember what YouTube had DMs, actually. That's wild. Try one, part 2 posted. Choose one of your beloved items. Bury it, mark the grave, leave it behind. Get cracking, rabbits. Love always. Alright, this shell of the first gun I ever fired. My dad took Jeff and I shooting years ago. We went skeet shooting at an old farm. Oh, it's a pupper. Look at that pupper digging. Oh my gosh. Love the pupper. Don't kill the pupper. No, whenever I see a cute animal in one of these series, I'm always afraid that the pupper's gonna be taken out. The fear sets in. What is he digging for?
You smell something.
He's like, I know where you buried your weed.
I smell bones under here. Just digs up a skull.
Good girl.
Does she really?
No, I don't know. This was like years ago.
I'm nervous. Let me get the small shovel I can find. Wait, what? Wait,
I mean, he is.
so the dog just dug the hole to bury the... I guess they just commanded the dog to dig? And the dog's like, okay. That's a very obedient dog.
He's digging a hole to bury something else, and then the
Yeah.
uses like a hole to hole.
Meanwhile,
Shelling.
he had the shovel, had the dog do all the work. I feel like the dog's controlled by Slender Man.
Slender dog.
Okay. Be brave, now receive the following material in the mail. He's a toy soldier. God bless my dear Miriam. Our families always had a good laugh about it. A doctor and an oil mogul's daughter getting married. About how well off we would be on a salary alone. Ha! It was not easy at all. Thank goodness for my beloved, for if I had gone through this adoption process alone, they would have committed me and condemned me for such a frivolous expenditure of one's money. Again, ha! Who the heck? Okay, so this is in the universe where the coal mine went bad and stuff.
Yeah, this is like, I call this the
Silent Hill universe.
Fine. This is like an origin point for all this.
Origin point. Okay.
Setting off.
Universe Prime. So it's something they did like during the fire, or the fire caused a chain reaction that set everything into motion. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting. It makes me wonder if there's some kind of like ancient relic buried that was activated from that. Obviously, the money means nothing to me. Marion and I, we were devastated when we learned we could not healthily conceive. Devastated. But we found our love in these children, these rejects, as the home referred to them. They have not had an outburst or any signs of ailment since we left. Life is comfortable. I will return to the practice as soon as possible, depending on how long our savings last us. I mean, if you're rich, it should last you a long time, unless you're just, like, blowing it. Let's be honest here. That always drives me crazy when there's, like, people with, like, millions, and they're like, I hope I can last on this for a year. Like, what? It was a beautiful Christmas this year. Our family feels whole. A father cannot feel more content than to watch his children laugh comfortably in front of a fireplace on Christmas morning, watching, and even, redacted, jokingly, shoving each other and prod Vinny and Jeffrey into practical jokes and obvious conversational traps. This is the way things should be. Happy. Full of laughter. These children are my life, and I will stand in the way of anything that threatens them and my dear Marianne. Yeah, that would have held long enough to read, wouldn't it? No. Corinthal, 9:11 p.m. Cue Mission Impossible music. Damsel. Video description. Isn't she the sweetest? We're probably wanted for something at this point. Thank goodness we're under the ploy of Everyman and Damsel, eh? Check the Twitter for an upcoming request. We have our ally now. Maybe she can show us a few things that have gone unnoticed. 6 p.m.
Use my key, dude.
Come on, I got it. I have the card key. Good job. Works here, remember? Yeah. According to the record, she's in room 141, I believe. And we should be coming up on 140. We are. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go get her. She's down this hallway. You guys keep watching.
Jeff, do you want some hose? I got plenty of hose.
Put a hose, huh?
Alright. Why do I have the... I'm not a good cameraman.
Not a good cameraman. Well, that's my ringtone.
Oh, whoa, hold on.
I stole a woman. Let's go.
Jeff went into another room. Oh, shit.
I found this.
Hey, listen. This is a big misunderstanding. Look, we were in here because... Whoa!
Okay.
Shit.
Chaos.
Oh, boy, Jeff, good man. Oh, fuck. He's coming.
Madness.
Yeah, I think they broke her out. Like an instant.
This makes me want to go running.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, well...
Oh, he's back.
Right now.
Attaboy. Look at him like...
That laugh! I love it.
What the fuck is going on?
Your mom.
No, this isn't funny.
If you just calm
no,
down, and we can... Really, this is all a rational plan. We thought it out.
We figured we'd break you out.
Why
Stole
right now?
damsel, basically.
Well, I mean, you didn't belong in there.
No, not right now. Now really wasn't the good time.
Why? Well, we figured you'd be happy.
No, I'd be fucking stoked if they weren't releasing me today.
Ha! They're releasing her that day. Anyone familiar with the phrase bombing the charts? There was no patient in room 141 last night. Just a lot of error scripting. Oh no. Can you clarify that tweet somewhat? At work, the hospital, we're experiencing an annoying system crash recovery. Real pain. Unfortunately, you know. Nonetheless, I appreciate the sentiment, the concern of it all. We're basically playing Slumber Party until we head into Princeton to get some of my stuff. My beloved friends at the police department are probably going to be watching my place. We'll wait. These guys are alright. A little lacking, but alright. Alright, 157 made it to the second round. If you claim you followed the rules, were cruelly judged, or otherwise, or you are whining, email me. Might as well come clean. I am Batman! Sitting in a restaurant, it becomes apparent that this is the ideal dysfunctional family. Maybe not nuclear, but definitely radioactive. Side note, after the last tweet, we received responses varying from electrons to half-lives to atomic structure. Thug life, yo. Don't trust your younger brother to make decent-tasting coffee for the gang, ever. Can you see the words? Tweet, tweet. Oh, now we understand. The salt and sugar jars were next to each other. Who put salt near coffee creamer and sugar? I don't know. The moment we've all apparently been waiting for. Trial 2. Angora, English Lop, and Netherland Dwarf. Each of you must vote for a leader and designate a runt. You each have one vote within your respective teams. Choose your leader and mark another for elimination. This is part 1/2 of the second trial. Have at it, rabbits. You will attempt to create a following or hide comfortably within the masses. Ballots are due by this Friday at noon Eastern. The clock is ticking.
Hey guys, it's Jeff. Well, basically, I just wanted to get this little story I have to tell off my chest. I ran by the guys, they thought it was kind of head scratcher.
It's playing the audio from that, but the tweet says it's just talking about this tweet. This was the link from that, so.
Of, you know, wasting your guys' time with me sitting at a desk telling a story. In our next video, I decided that I just release it now in a format that we haven't really used before. You know, like funny story, but when
Wait, Archer, you're telling me you can't smell bones? What's going on?
before EverymanHYBRID started, we were tossing around the idea of doing an audio-based podcast for the fitness tips, but we thought it'd be better if you guys could, you know, actually see it, regardless. So
I hear you, Deku. Life's been crazy on my end too. Hope everything's good though.
Last week, and everyone was praising us, but telling us to be careful, stay low, and maybe, like an idiot, I went into work the next day like nothing happened, and it didn't seem like anything had happened. I went in and I noticed that one of the elevator shafts was blocked off with, you know, yellow caution tape. And at first I didn't really think much of this, but because they've been doing, you know, a lot of construction recently. But when I was settling in at my desk and I checked my email, I noticed something kind of strange. It was disappointing at first. There was a cancellation of the upcoming holiday party, and every year a few of my coworkers form this funny little charity band, and we open up the cafeteria for a community Christmas party. And over the years, this band had a bunch of gimmicky and cutesy names, like the last 2 years.
So is this part from Universe Prime that we're hearing right now, or is this one of the other branch-offs or interactions with it? Hearing about them canceling the party.
Can't exactly recall, but it might be the current universe or one of the potential other reset. I'm
Gotcha.
Reset.
Nick says it's our universe, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Pay attention to the details.
What makes sense about the current universe?
Okay, interesting. Hey, Ant, good to see you.
They nicknamed
Hope
themselves
things are well.
the free drink refills.
Something happens to them
because,
whenever they listen to anything from a past universe.
Okay. I'm trying to remember all the details. Party was canceled, but they had free refills or something?
Our
At the cafeteria
worker, Rosa, she helped
Rosa.
them plan the rehearsals and all their practices and whatnot this year, so, well, the last 2 years, and she's been helping them out.
Rosa sounds familiar. I'm going to need a quick refresher on all the characters. I've kind of forgot all the names. We've heard of Rosa, though, haven't we?
Yeah, Rose. Evan.
Evan's the one that's changing into Habit, right? Or that's Vin.
Yeah.
I thought that was Vin.
Oh, that's Evan. That's Evan.
That is Evan? Okay. Take some notes real quick.
Dude. Yeah.
Been a long time since we did the last one, unfortunately. So who's Rosa? Because I know I've heard that name before.
I thought Rose was Dancel, or Rose was like one of their girlfriends.
Oh yeah, that's the one girlfriend that kept showing.
Yeah.
It says Rose was Rose was Jesse's grandmother. Rosa is different. Yeah, Rosa was one of the girlfriends, that's right.
And don't forget, we still have the rape roaming around out there.
Yeah. Okay, got it. It's Jesse's grandma. And Jesse's the J we keep saying. Okay. Write that down again so I'll have that. Okay.
Now, regardless, this little get-together was always a hit because, I mean, it was funny to see all the staff working close together, like Dr. Ross, and I think he was on the drums this year, and Pat the janitor, he was on keyboard, so everyone from different departments was helping out. It was a real cool experience. Well, so I got this mass email telling me that it was canceled, and naturally I was bummed out.
Hey, Landon, how you
I
doing?
noticed the smaller text at the bottom of the email. It said, donations and collections for Glenn and John's families will be in their departments until the new year. And
I have no idea who Jeff is.
I'm shocked because the only time this happens is like such a, donations are started like when an older doctor who's been retired for a few years maybe passes away, and then we collect money for his family for funeral donations. Well, two employees had apparently died over the weekend in this freak accident. Like, since the staff was on weekend staffing, like skeleton.
Okay, something I need to do real quick since I've forgotten all of the Everyman Hybrid characters. Like, I know their face, I don't know their names. Let's see if we can find a wiki and go ahead and reacquaint ourselves with the characters real quick. Because when I'm hearing them, I'm not going to be able to follow what's going on if I can't put a face to the name. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we got... Let's see, we have Vincent. There's no pictures, though.
Vinny.
We need pictures.
Vinny and Evan were like two big characters.
Yeah, Vinny is the one that was getting... No, that's not the one that was getting possessed. That was Evan. Yeah, this doesn't help me. It's just a bunch of names. I need faces. That we kept seeing at the beginning. And then Vincent is that guy... we were talking about. Yeah, Vincent's the one with the glasses. Okay, that's Vinny. Okay, got it unlocked now. Let's continue.
Crew, housekeeping was a bit behind on cleaning the vacated rooms, and the accident happened.
Yeah, the streaming software is fine, but I did get a notice on YouTube's end. It says, said error. It is only sending in 4 keyframes when it should be sending in 7. But it doesn't say how to fix it. It's just YouTube's telling me that on their end. So there may be a little bit of buffering on YouTube's end. It says stream is healthy, excellent connection, so... I don't know.
Happened where usually rooms 135 to 145 are pressurized for patients with tuberculosis or something. But since there wasn't a high demand over the weekend, obviously, a young girl had occupied one of the higher rooms and didn't require the pressurization. So one of our housekeepers, John Maynor, he was moving up tanks back into the room and readjusting the pressure readings. Generally, we're only supposed to have maybe a max of 6 tanks in a room, but I guess John messed up and placed 8 in the compartment. At the same time, a member of our security staff, Glenn Eisen, had been walking by when the instruments busted and caused a enclosed flash fire. I thought this was terrible. I mean, 2 of my own coworkers were caught in this completely innocent accident, and I didn't know them, but it could have happened to anyone working, and it's terrible that they were a part of our family, But there was something I didn't understand. Obviously, we had been in that wing Sunday night, and later on, I spoke to some of my friends on the nursing staff who worked on that floor concerning a certain girl who, in a certain room, who we obviously are with right now, who was apparently in that area at that time, and they said they remember a sweet younger patient being discharged earlier in the week. So she was gone from that room, and this flash fire apparently occurred around 5:55 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube stopped giving me that notification, so I don't know. I've been having some weird server issues recently. Votes have been received. Results will follow. Don't hold your breath. Rabbit 224 has been elected as representative of the Netherland Dwarfs. Rabbit 046 has been elected as representative of the Angoras. The 3 runs have been... Wait for the instructions. Wait a minute. I was reading the chat. Because I got... Tweets go so fast. Crazy. Okay. The 3 runts have been informed of their elimination. So it's okay. Oh, there are more tweets. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to have to pause for a second to read the chat here. Well, yeah, but I mean, okay. So, Nick says, everyone in rooms 135 to 145 died in a fire that started at 5:55 p.m. along with 2 workers. They rescued damsel in room 141 at 6:02 p.m. The fire should have killed her and still been burning. Yeah, but they're not in the original universe. That only happened in the original universe, so... Unless she snuck in there after, but I think that's just difference in universes. So basically, this happened the same night. They rescued damsel, which is why they would have ran straight into the fire, but there was no fire when it happened yet. It did the same. Yeah, because of the different universes. Yeah. They've been hinting at that Silent Hill alternate universe thing for a while here. So. Okay, come on. Alright, this is the last time I'm going to go back to read tweets. So we're all talking about various pieces of local history and offbeat New Jersey culture, weird New Jersey, and Steph has become incredibly interested in some stories we knew. We're digging through my old copies of Weird New Jersey when I thought of you guys. And it's an interesting way to take our minds off of things for a bit until the holidays. Love you guys. I noticed in a lot of these older Slenderman series, or not just Slenderman, but like the older horror web series and ARG series and stuff, there's a lot of rehashing of hints. Like, they'll hint at something like every couple episodes until they reveal what it is. They'll hint at it like 20, 30 times. Of course, back then, I mean, I didn't have any former knowledge, and I was able to guess it. So I guess what it is they're showing how things are slipping into each other more often, or what patterns, the things that happened in this series that caused the actual problem started. That's what my guess on that is. Would you ever thought that I'd have a reason to share this, Jesse? Quick pick. And it's the books. Oh, I have those. I love those books. I have Weird Kentucky. Weird New Jersey, Weird US. Yeah, you got to get the Weird Kentucky one too. It's awesome. I love those books. Trial 2, Part 2 of the 3 winners. Vote for one of the front-running. The winner shall be singled out as the front-runner of the tournament. The loser shall be promptly eliminated. I wonder what the winners are going to win, though. This year, for Christmas, send a message to another team by killing off their leader. Okay. You need not vote within your own team. Choose any leader, any loser. That is all. Dang. Here in Jersey, the weatherman is usually full of it when he says to expect 14 inches of snow. He came through this time. When? I love snow. Rabbit number 98 has been chosen as Warren leader. Rabbit 224 has been eliminated, but its legacy shall live on. A parting gift, so to speak. The fallen leader shall take a few rabbits with him. Details to follow. 15. As the eliminated leader of the 7 Trials of Habit, Cougar Draven is allowed to choose 15 other participants to eliminate. At Jeff's request, Cougar Draven eliminates him, Evan, and Vinny. The 15 have been eliminated with their fallen leader. This completes round 1. So curious what this game's going to end up being, though. Trial 3 has been issued. Lose a friend by any means necessary. On January 13th, 2011, Rabbit number 98 received the following email. I apologize for continuing the tournament before you have received your prize. However, due to the ineptness of the postal system, your prize has been delayed. It is on its way. Keep in mind. Proceed with the trials. It is very slow. That's the reason they call it Snowmail. Anonymous asks, check the background of this Tumblr. There's some suspicious writing there. Unless you wrote that. In which case, huh? The boy showed me that a few days ago. I have no idea how it happened, but I'm keeping it. Let it be a warning, likewise, to whoever posted it. And then just there for Copia says, what's your plan for things to calm down? Are you going to stay with the EMH guys? December was relatively simple. We are all paranoid, badly, but the first few days after our little adventure were quiet. We celebrated the new year with various forms of minor ailments. Jeff and I have had migraines, Alex and Vince have seemed to have a cold, Evan can't get over a cough. I swear, it's like we're going backwards comfort-wise. We spent a few hours looking over those papers and links people have been sending the gang since... Okay, I didn't read the question first. Have you heard of Dr. James Corenthal? We spent a few hours looking over those papers and links people have been sending the gang since they found him. He seems to want to keep children who are being followed by by out-of-the-ordinary entities. Pity that he apparently died a few years ago. Sounds like it would have been endlessly helpful right about now, huh? Can you see the words? Tweet, tweet. Yesterday.
Hey everyone.
This is interesting because currently they're saying this per iteration, Cornthal is dead. He never adopted them, and yet they all still end up coming together, becoming friends and meeting, regardless.
So no matter what happens, they're going to come together. You know, it's probably something reactionary with them. Like, it's probably something that they all accidentally did at the same time. Either that or they're the only people that actually are here trapped. They're like trapped spirits living in a bunch of different realities. Basically like spirits of unfinished business, trying to fix what went wrong. So those
Yeah.
always come together to try to fix things. Because they're the only ones that are actually there. That's my thoughts at least.
But like, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm quitting my website because I don't really need it anymore. Because as you can see and as you know, I've obviously found people that finally understand me and people that can protect me. So there's no one that I can really
Just fighting behind
or
her.
anything. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I'll still keep you guys updated if you want. I'll still like answer some
Me
questions.
and my
and
cousin
I'll
when we
still,
were
like,
younger.
I can still talk and like communicate and stuff. But as of now, oh no, well like shut up. But like I can still like, yeah, wrecking the Bandersnatch. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm quitting the website, but I'll still keep in touch. Yeah,
Speak it
I'll still
in.
keep touch.
They're so
But
wild.
thank you all very much. You're ruining my like deep and inspirational, like heartfelt speech. You know?
Women don't have hearts.
Yeah, women don't have
That
hearts,
would be
okay.
me.
But thank you all very much for being so understanding, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.
December and early January of 2011. Video description will appear at the end of the video.
W. What size is that?
Wumba. It's M. It's from
Dial W for Wumba.
Mumba.
It's W.
They're so smug.
Thank you.
Can I do that? Call us out. Restart
It was
campaign.
salad.
Are they playing original Xbox?
I have an original Xbox.
Love it.
It was like a 360 controller.
Guys, I'm really sorry, but we gave Evan a energy drink / soda. That was a perfect idea ever. And happy news, I guess. Good news?
Is that?
Happy New
Was that a Wawa cup?
Really, in case you guys
Yes.
don't know, we're not happy news. Anyway,
37 people
Oh my
sitting
gosh,
on a bus
but that's funny
Steph,
because we unrelated. We have a
so Steph went downstairs.
Wawa that's being built in our town.
Two biggest
Nice.
real life trolls ever. Gotta be quiet, bro. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mess with her phone a little bit, and I'm thinking that we should change her voicemail, and let's see what's going on.
Change your voicemail.
Change her voicemail.
Oh, it's that phone. Oh, is there a saver?
Save message. Let's listen to this.
He knows it's gonna be good.
Well, that's bad. What's in that high-pitched voice? Is that what Slenderman sounds like?
Oh shit.
Well, somebody's in trouble.
It's a little strange, a little formal, but I wanted to ask you.
Didn't they get attacked in the last episode?
Simple question.
In part 2?
This is the man answers.
I think I remember that.
And we demand answers. We broke you out.
Oh, whoa, hold on, Jeff.
Not only, because you didn't belong there, but also because we think that you can help us. You seem to know more about this. One thing I want to ask you is, how do we stop him?
I highly doubt that there's any way to stop him. I mean, you guys have tried to stop him more than I've tried to stop him. Like, I'm just a victim. I'm sorry.
Okay, one second. Nick says, and there was a worker working there that day that caught them. The point of the audio file was that Jeff got an email from a different universe timeline. So they are crossing more. They're definitely all starting to blend together more. Jeff's mentioning how the email conflicts with his reality. And Slenderman was in the background of the damsel video as well, Landon says. And then Nick says, her Tumblr blog says something along the lines of, this is no longer their game. Consider yourselves marked in the background, presumably written by habit. He marked her. And that's what we're hearing, the screams. Boys having a good time. Hey, Jinley, good to see you. Glad to have you back here. And you just wanted to eat, yeah. The voicemail just confirmed Slenderman took Jocelyn, and that is why she went missing. So Slenderman took her. But why? Is maybe he's actually trying to fix things? Maybe he's like, in this universe, he's like something that eats paradoxes. He's like trying to patch the paradoxes. He's actually not hunting them to kill them. Or maybe he is, but he's hunting them to stop the paradox, basically, to fix the Earth. That's a wild idea. Yeah, we know where Fate was. Yeah, that's just interesting to me, though, that he's involved with this.
I just don't think that there's any way to stop him. I don't think he has a weakness.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've tried everything short of a rocket launcher.
Maybe bigger car.
Maybe a bigger car. Maybe
Get the rocket launcher! Rocket launcher! Rocket launcher!
That'll work.
But most of everything that you know is already out there.
That'll work. Evan 20 yes. Okay, so later on explain. Okay.
Red slushy.
This. Man's been
6
dead.
years. Mitten's been dead for 6 years. There was no blood.
No, weird.
That's blood. It's been here for a while.
Not 6 years a while. Let's get out of here right now.
Yeah, blood's not sticking around for 6 years. That's freshish. So could it be somebody puking from the cinder sickness? Like a virus and infects everything. But it could be actually more like antibodies trying to fix the paradoxes.
People are gonna be wanting answers.
Alright, well then they're not going to get any. I mean, she's not some oracle that knows everything about this, about our situation. I mean, she's just a scared girl. She's just hiding from something that's dangerous.
The only way she got this far was because she makes herself ignorant.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, I
That's
mean, there's
her
nothing we can learn from her,
secret.
but at least she's with people who know what she's going through.
Alright, video description, a few notes. Yes, we had a brief run-in. A block number called Vincel and mumbled something about keeping Mittens warm. Mittens was Vince's family cat and has passed away a few years ago, 6. The call ticked us off, so we checked out the spot behind Vin's house, just into the woods, where they buried the cat. Oh, that's what they're talking about. And as you can see, we found some somewhat fresh blood, obviously not belonging to the previously buried cat. Its grave was tarnished. We returned the next morning to fix it. And no, Evan did not he did not charge this time. However, we all spent that weekend with flu-like symptoms. Now I'm thinking the rake's here, and he's been killing things, and we're getting some radiation exposure from him now. That's why they're sick.
Yeah.
We also later confronted Stephanie about the saved message on her phone. She was going to tell us. I can understand why she was afraid to mention it. In my eyes, it's simply closure. Happy New Year, whatever that means. We're still breathing and mostly smiling, Jeff. The winter's dragging on me. Livestream Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I sent it to us tomorrow night. I apologize beforehand. We're not going to make it too much conversation. We're clearing things up. The following live stream is only 22 minutes long with a lot of important information. But for viewers who want to come back to it later, the next video is at blah. So there's important information, so. Yeah, this is just the re-upload channel.
Oh, we got somebody?
We have 6 people.
25, 6 people? That's cool. 31.
Oh, where are you guys reading this?
Up top. 46, 56.
That's how many people are in it.
That's how many people are here. That's how many people are here altogether.
Wait, what's the second number?
The total that's been here, total unique unit users.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hybrids. Hey, buddy.
Now,
Yeah.
He said this live stream is important or isn't important.
who sent it to me?
It is.
I can barely hear what it's saying though. I need to turn my audio up on my end.
Harrison sent us these questions that you guys compiled for us earlier this week. We have Alex back there, by the way. Steph tonight. She's talking to some people from her school since she's been gone for a while. She's catching up with them. So that's why she can't join us tonight, but my brother's back there playing some Fallout. And we'll get these answers, hopefully. We're not opening the chat because it's Seizure TV.
Yeah, but we got your bring up the list.
Yeah,
we got a list of your questions.
Yep.
So bring that up. Let's hit the first one right
We
now.
got some general questions, and the first question is, do you guys feel safe at the moment? We'll start it off with Evan, I guess.
As safe as you can feel. I mean, no, really, to have a short answer.
We're just happy for the little calm we've had for a while there.
Yeah.
But safe? No.
Have we been in the next question, also by Cochino Sanchez? Have you guys? We
Alex's room.
did.
We did go in there
Earlier this week.
earlier this week. Yeah, you guys will see that video because it's a little strange.
Everyone's okay. It's out of his room.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Sounds like a ridiculous way to defeat Slenderman.
Do anyone recommend
Big car with knives in the front, baseball bat swinging, just brother doing a handstand.
Analyze the voicemail. It was something none of us really wanted to do, but from the listen that we did get, I didn't recognize it.
It doesn't. It's not anybody.
We know where it's
not a
coming
person,
from,
but we
though.
know damn well what it was.
Yep.
Red, that was from Matt Wan. Red Delicious says plans for a new meetup. We'd love to, but whatever. Have you guys prepared to fight back the Slenderman if need be?
Kind of tried that already.
Yeah, look, I mean, it just doesn't work. I would be prepared to go and fist fight the fucking thing, but it doesn't. I would just
It's like fighting a ghost. Doesn't really do anything.
We're ready, but I don't think it's gonna do any good.
Yeah.
Ready. Have any of you thought of moving somewhere else?
Like fighting a ghost. Doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Oop.
It's crossed my mind, but
I'm hearing myself come through your speaker.
It just spread more fear, more unnecessary. I don't know.
Hearing myself come through
Have
your
you
speaker.
heard anything from Jessie about her Uncle Corenthal lately? We talked to Jessie a lot. Not
Yeah.
mysterious relatives from the past the family doesn't talk to. No updates on that front. One thing at a time, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the leaked videos? We were told about them. We told about what they contained, but we didn't see them.
Yeah.
Did you ever send that corrupted file on a USB to a dude called Oops, You're Dead? Now, I actually just have the USB on me. It's upstairs. This is the whole 78, 77, 76 files that we found.
Checking. It's giving me another error on YouTube's side. It's saying the keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I don't know what that's even talking about.
Error on YouTube's side.
Saying
File was
keyframe
activated
frequency of 4 seconds or less.
somehow, and we'll upload that later tonight. Now, have you guys gotten that tape yet? I guess this is from Coffee Collie. We did, and as soon as Steph's back,
she's gonna be over tonight, I guess.
we're gonna watch the hidden videos.
Whatever. We'll watch it soon.
You're gonna get it within a week. You'll know what's going on.
We'll record it and everything.
The date that Jokes Over is filmed on. Now, we thought about this, but whenever it was released, give or take a week before that, that's when it was.
What are we talking about?
The
The
Joe
one-
Silver video.
When those bags.
Yeah, we,
There's
what date?
so much stuff going on that we
I
don't
don't know.
remember the,
Yeah, we
the exact
can't-
date of
we can't.
It
anything.
might have been 2 or 3 days in between.
Yeah, it's starting to blur together.
Now, when did Steph receive that voicemail? We obviously we didn't want to listen to it
Again.
over and over again,
Yeah,
but
go look at
it
exactly
was
what time.
early September is when she got that.
Which one are we at?
Can you guys see Congratulations Magus in its entirety?
I honestly haven't watched the Congratulations Magus thing.
Yeah, we saw what we
made it and we saw the
Yeah.
other stuff, and I don't know how to explain that, but it pissed me off at the time.
Wait, what?
We talked to.
I didn't watch this after.
I didn't watch it either.
I watched the first couple.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch it.
Well,
Editor.
I'm sorry, Jay, that
It's his
I got mad at you for that, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Now, who has access to the Everyman Hybrid hard
You're
drive?
looking at them. It's us three
We
right here.
all have it. It's
I have
just
difficulty using the thing.
it's
but
similar to this one.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
It's got a
but-
ninja sticker on it. It's pretty sweet.
it's pretty dead hand.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Oops, you're dead. This is the USB. I thought it was upstairs. Remember? What kind of yogurt do you guys prefer? Pre-mixed,
Easy fruit on the bottom.
Fruit on the bottom. Ew, I hate fruit yogurts. I like those ones with like the pie flavors. Those are good.
How's everyone doing? I can't get mad at you for redundancies because this is all from all over the place, but we've answered. I think that was the first question. Thanks. Hallelujah. Which one of you specifically first suggested hiding the prank in your early videos? Was it something you've been planning, or was it rather spontaneous?
That
Those
was-
random guy, 26.
That was me. I thought it'd be pretty funny to put one of our favorite internet mythos out there, inject it into our series, and here we are.
Why didn't we do like Obama Girl or like
Obama girl. What the heck is that?
Numa guy. Who doesn't know?
Gary Brossman? I think his name is. Will you guys maybe do exercise videos now that things are somewhat calm?
It's calm
No.
now, but who knows what's gonna happen? You know, we just
Calm, yeah.
one day at a time here. One day
I mean,
at a time.
it's calm around here for a few days usually. Then it doesn't. No.
How are your living conditions at the moment, including Steph? Ask
Steph-
Burdette.
Steph is sleeping in my couch.
In
not
his
in my couch. In my basement on my couch. It's the greatest couch.
Let me make sure we're still
Other than that, we're all
connected.
living where we normally live.
I think I fixed the issue on my end.
I didn't want to walk around. I can't
It's
have
on
that.
that. I'm just saying.
Do you remember anything else from your day? You went to the house in the woods, or a day in the life? We haven't been keeping anything from you. We don't know.
Yeah.
We remember.
We don't know what that
You guys,
scene is.
you guys know what we know when we know it.
How far were you guys going to take the fake Slenderman thing?
We were gonna put him in as many times.
He
as
was
we
going to be
could.
benching in the next one,
Yeah. Just
really.
yeah. It was just gonna be throughout it, you know.
doing cartwheels on the beach. Anything you want to personally make clear to us? Says Burdette.
If any of this unfortunately befalls any of you, which I hope, you know, knock on wood that it doesn't, do not try to stab him or beat him. It just doesn't work, you know.
In case you guys were trying.
Yeah, they said it's important, but I don't know. They're kind of just droning on. It's hard for me to focus because they're all just kind of mumbling over each other.
What I can say is that if you guys, if this does happen to you, record it, document it.
important, but I don't know. Kind
Hope to God people don't think you're crazy.
focus because they're all
Lock yourself in a
mumbling
room.
over each other.
Don't call for help.
Go for help.
Who has access?
Yeah, that is interesting. That there's actually times I get to look through the clips and see the things, but other times it's not there. That is interesting. That it's even the internet is fading in and out of reality. It's its own entity, its own third party.
Swampy forest at the end of the introduction video, part of your Slender prank. Probably.
I can't remember all the pranks.
That was our first episode. It could have been a prank. It could have been.
Yeah, I can't
Mr.
really remember
Editor
which
here
one
just
was
slipping,
which.
You know.
We don't even.
Yeah,
Just go to the next one.
Okay. My bad.
He can live with that.
Why did you never show us your sleep-deprived trip to 7-Eleven that you mentioned?
Because it was boring.
Boring.
I mean,
we
if
were sleepy in a 7-Eleven.
If you
I
told
believe
us
it.
at the time you were interested in seeing that, maybe we would. But you know how with all the hawks come down, this is boring. Who is the tragic?
I think I fixed the issue. Tried adjusting the bit rate.
That was an awesome.
Did you happen to notice any signs of Slenderman when you were breaking out stuff? Hospitals are usually dismal places.
Not to mention we were sleep deprived.
Cold and
So talking about the hospital, about the weirdness there. So I guess that's the important part.
I like my hospital.
I like vests. I don't hate vests.
In Evan's dream log for part 2 of the sleep special, can you see the recording timestamp 3:29 a.m.? Yeah, right.
Wait, what? Yeah.
That was Evan's creepy dream, right?
That was on there.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be.
In regards to jokes over, what was that metallic noise at the beginning of the? Remember
I
that
don't know
thought
what, I
it
don't
was.
know what you guys are talking about. I
It was
really.
a tripod or something.
Was it a
Yeah, I
weight
figured-
falling or switch knife
Hold on.
opening or
The
what?
actual-
It was not a switch knife opening.
The actual
Any knives
question to
there, I
this,
would've known.
the actual question that's being hidden in there is, Evan, did you have a knife to my back?
Oh, wait.
No, he did not.
No, I
Did
didn't.
not have a knife to my back. Could have been.
I heard it. I heard it before.
Could have been anything. It wasn't a knife to my back.
It was
I doubt
definitely
it was
this.
this because this was just sitting there.
No, I heard that noise from that
Listen.
before.
Listen to you.
All right. Anyway, next question. No, there was no knife to my back. Don't know what the noise was.
All right, so what's the next one?
Jeff swears it's the flip classic.
We know that the video recordings may get weird, but do you, Slenderman, do you guys experience anything when you're physically there and he's nearby? Any sounds, weird visual things, strange sensations, or changes in temperature, anything like that?
We hear the siren.
We hear the kids and the siren.
Yeah.
As far as physically, I mean, Jeff, it's alright.
That! Let's just. No,
No, that was a spring.
You are hardcore
That's all
paranoid about. Oh, you turn it on now.
Toward the
I see
end
you, see you,
of
see you.
Damsel's last video, there's an object on a shelf with a rafter behind her that looks like it has purple tape on it.
That's the no-name flex machine. My no-name flex machine.
That is true. Does anyone, including Alex or Steph, have any sort of detailed knowledge of their family tree or their lineage?
Didn't they said I found it hard to concentrate on live stream too? Yeah. I'm not really picking up anything from this. It's just like, yeah, and then they're in the background, then he's hi again. I can't appreciate it because I can't understand it. I do for a few seconds, and then just the way they're doing it, just kind of, I don't know. I can't focus on it because the way they're talking. All right, let's skip because I'm not getting anything from that. Right, next would be trial tweets. Your complaint is if you you complain as if this game is for your enjoyment. Get over yourself. Hope you made the deadline. See you soon. 76 rabbits remain in the trials. Await orders. Thank you, viewer. Oops, you're dead, for reminding me. This was the same USB that contained 78 of 76.avi. Till recently, this video wouldn't play and was deemed corrupted. On Oops' recommendation, I checked again, and it played normally. Jeff. Going to 7-Eleven sleep deprived is hyped. It is. Yeah, I think I got it figured out, and thank you though. It wasn't a ambient thing, it was actually, I do have ambient mode off, but it was actually, the bitrate wasn't lined up from where I changed it recently. So it was trying to send out more data than it actually had, and was causing it to skip. Because I changed it from 60 to 30, because I realized I had my camera set at 30, but I forgot to change the bitrate. Apparently people thought that the sound at the beginning of the jokes over Evan was Evan unleashing a knife and was holding it against Vinny's back or something. Interesting. Yeah, we're back to the old tree again. Okay, so if not, I didn't even mention it, it's probably not that important. Even if it was, I couldn't I couldn't get anything from it, so. I love old fields like that. Makes me want to go to the nearby park. We should just hang out at a park for a day, just or at least a couple hours, just
Now what?
messing around. Oh, it's still warm enough too.
I'm tired of it. This is ridiculous. It's like you're just going around in circles. You don't get anywhere. No progress is made. Go in, balls to the wall, and it doesn't fucking matter. You keep winding the same fucking spot.
Say that from the beginning.
Same fucking thing.
Trial 4 released. Recite Habit's little poem in a public place and document it. Remind them who made you do it. Deadlines Monday, January 31st. 7 Trials of Habit.
Little rabbits feed our habits. We are millions fierce and strong. The bloodthirsty rage
Everybody's looking at him like,
urges that we move on. Do not fight the forever flood of paranoia, hate, and fear. Because I will be with you all, I'll always be right here. We'll take the rabbits together, and together eat them alive. We'll fill our hearts with the joy of the slaughter, the joy of their tortured cries. And as they lay face down in the dirt, you'll see that the rabbits were friends. These rabbits were friends. The ones you loved, the ones who loved you.
Yeah, against each other for some reason.
To the bitter end. And then you'll try your very damnedest. You'll try to separate us until you realize that us is me, and with me there is no us. So you millions scared and weak, prepare for some devastation, some blood-soaked hands, some broken bones, and mass body counts across your nations. Because I am the monster in your head,
that's
the
dangerous.
beast that hides beneath your bed,
Edgy.
the axe-wielding man crossing your street, the bloody hands that tear the meat. Try to stop me if you can, but you will break the habits of man. With love, Habit. Habit made me do it.
Interesting. Try to break the habits of man. What is the deal with Habit? You know, it's kind of random. Like, why is he evil? What is he the one that did the ritual in the first dimension that caused all these things to happen? Like, is he actually important to what's going on, or is he just randomly messed up? I'm curious about that. Alright, video description for that one is: the first bit is self-explanatory. We thought maybe it could work. Thank you, Ben, for your help, for trying, but I don't believe these 3 seconds of disjointed clips are what everyone's been referencing. We don't remember speaking those bits of discussion or know what the conversation was from. The word doctor stood out. I'll upload the file on our MediaFire account. See if it works for you. Look for the link in the Twitter. Thank you, hybrids, for everything. But we don't know what to do. We're going to look for some facts, some hard evidence, one thing at a time.
Alright guys, a couple weeks back I spoke to a viewer named Benjamin. His screen name was Coffee Collie. We talked about the so-called hidden videos, why we couldn't see it, maybe it has something to do with my internet. So I gave him my address, he sent me the CD.
Oh, it's on there. If they actually work, that's going to be interesting. If they don't, that's going to be way more interesting. Did the CD come across dimensions? Or DVD?
Thank you.
You have to stop hitting me.
Or start doing it harder.
Please do. I have the best view of the world right now. Look at that.
This is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I believe this is where it gets interesting.
Uh-oh, I'm ready.
Just to get everyone off our backs, pretty much. We've got enough on our plate right now, you know? We don't need
I feel like they're just going to keep sending us these. So
As we discussed here, the elusive Morse
code. Hello.
I hope they play back properly for you and that you can see them. Other than that, I just want to wish you guys good luck with everything you've been.
That's so weird. Cross-dimensional CDs, DVDs. They can see it. Okay. Well, part of it. Did it corrupt?
I mean, it's not like we did anything wrong. We were just playing a game.
We used to do it all the time in the home doctor. I mean, every weekend we played these games.
What are they talking about?
We just wanted to find the hidden treasure.
What the heck are they talking about?
Miss Marianne had to drive this far. We were trying to get back on our own. He got us there in an instant. I don't know why it took us so long to get home.
This is weird.
He didn't lock the door or broke the door or anything. We didn't even use them.
Holy crap, I think all the dimensions are fusing together. This is giving me chills. This is creepy. The first dimension's like leaking into theirs. Like through them right now while this is playing.
Like, I think they're getting memories from their first, from their first life.
Yeah, it's reaching over to them.
Still recording.
That was weird.
Oh shit.
So it is compatible with them, just in a different way. Like, it, instead of them actually being able to see it, it like re-agitated those memories. Like, they're all actually in their minds. It's just they don't have access to them. But it like gave them access. So they're all still the same people.
Oh,
there's not like different dimensions then. It's more like they've been through different iterations, and the iterations are kind of cross-wiring. That is really interesting.
Yeah.
You're fucking bleeding, dude.
That's
here.
way better way to say it.
Hey, whoa, come on. You alright?
Yeah. You're bleeding.
I know, you are too. Benny? Oh, Benny. Oh, fuck. Okay, come on.
Now, are these injuries from that happening? Or are these injuries from the other iterations also leaking in? Now, that's the question.
Ooh. That's a good question.
What, we all fall asleep and have nosebleeds at the same time? Yeah, that's normal. Jesus, dude, your eyes look really bad. What do you mean?
Other than the physical stuff, though, is everyone...
I feel...
Other than the physical stuff.
I'm kind of hungry, too. You hungry?
I'm hungry.
Never again. Okay. Come on.
Cleaned up.
Those who have passed the trial for have been notified. If you have not yet received an email, you have been eliminated. It's getting crazy. This concludes round 2. The winner of this round will be chosen and notified. Oh yes, I randomly forgot. 48 rabbits remain. We'll show you what happened in Alex's room some time ago also, not tonight. Everyone's okay, just confused. Like we said last week, we cleared out Alex's room. We're going to post a video tonight, and you'll see why we were reluctant to upload. 76, or 77 of 76, the DVI. That tree footage came from on 77, but we know the win of it at least, or something like that. Thank you. I feel like a lot of this stuff you had to like ponder on for a long time for it to make sense back in the day. Doing it all in one big burst is kind of like overload.
So, the crawl space is only...
You need to like stop and take notes.
So, if we're going to be confronted, it's going to be in the immediate area. Obviously, it's been quiet for the last couple weeks. So, I mean, this is a place that we've all been staying at occasionally. We can't be living in fear of a second story. We can't avoid the second story just because something took over one of our rooms. So we're gonna... I mean, it's, like I said, it's been quiet, but if there's something in there, we're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, that rate came through on the last one. I love how they have sports gear to try to fight this thing.
Oh yeah, the entity in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
In the crawl space.
Just living under their house, chilling.
Something living under their house.
think we'll go with the flashlight now. Get that back. It smells in here. Shh, shh. Hear anything?
That's your phone. Okay, good. How big is the crawl space?
It's only 3 feet by 3 feet. Like it's a box, a small box.
All right, then. I looked in there before and didn't see anything. So maybe it's coming in from
3 by 3 feet. That's so
I don't hear anything.
tiny.
So
You get stuck in that so easy if you panicked.
Wanna see what's going on there?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's making me nervous. They're gonna crawl in there, aren't they?
What?
The paintball masks.
What about them?
Well, 3 feet by 3 feet's not that tiny. It's like wider than the width of this, or about the seat of this chair. So it's like there's only like maybe a couple inches around your whole body, maybe a foot at the most. So you couldn't like stand up. You're on your knees and or crawling, and you're going to be stuck crawling.
It smells like shit in here. Good God.
It probably is. It's where it's been eating stuff and pooping.
Moles or something.
Hello. Oh my gosh, this darkness is making it so much worse.
I think it opens up a little bit.
I think I dropped my bag.
Where the fuck? Where's my knife? Where's all my shit?
How did you lose your knife?
What the fuck is this? Is this
Did it
your
just
basement or
disappear?
something?
It's light.
Why doesn't anyone have a flashlight in this situation? Are you kidding me? Okay. It's open to a basement area.
Where all our things go?
That's weird.
I don't know, man.
Where the fuck's the hole?
They're in a whole different area. Are they in the burned up town? It looks like it.
Look.
So there's like a tunnel between worlds in their crawl space. Whoa, that's wild.
Where the fuck are we? Oh, got to keep his helmet. That's nice.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I got a door, guys. I got a door.
You can't really see out the windows either.
Wait a second.
What the heck? Yeah, everything's destroyed outside. It looks like it at least. Or it's just like really old. Wait a minute! This is that place they're entering at the beginning. Isn't
No
it?
fucking way.
Or is it? Yeah, they teleported.
How the fuck did we get here?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense.
It does not. Yeah, it is. It is that place they kicked down. It is.
How do we get back? Call Vinny. Ask him for. Tell him we'll meet him at the
So wild.
parking lot or something. He knows. I can't leave. We weren't crawling for that long.
Hey, Vin. Hey, you come pick us up. We're at we're at the hiking trail.
Baldpate.
We're at Baldpate. Oh, I don't really know what we're doing here, actually.
Yeah, there was all kinds of rabbits at the beginning.
Come, we'll meet you at the parking lot, alright? We got some shit to tell you. Don't go too far, Jack.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
Tasks had them. Okay, pause for a second. So some of the tasks actually had you end real friendships with a friend of theirs for the game. It's freaking crazy. That's super intense. So well, last week taking it back. Okay, things definitely started to pick up for sure. Just wanted to find the treasure. It wasn't their fault. So they were looking around there trying to find a treasure. Everyone bleeding to nose and ears. Everyone doesn't remember what happened. Jeff, I'm hungry. Interesting. Yeah, that was definitely a first iteration glitch. Oh, that explains that too. That's why we have we had the Slenderman prank now from the beginning of the series. But in that other dimension, he was actually, or that original iteration, he was actually real. And that real one from that iteration bled into ours because they were making a joke of it here. Because everything's kind of matching that original iteration with these new iterations. And that's why the real one's here now. He's coming through the same way they came out into that world. He came into ours through that like crawl space area or another portal. That's making sense now.
So, let's go upstairs.
Let's get this done. Your brother's at school, right? Yeah.
Look at their clothes and camera angle.
Yeah, the last time you guys saw us was pretty strange. But basically, we waited a few days before coming back in here.
Yeah, it was almost exactly the same. So that was actually this time then. So that it's not just the iteration timelines are all over the place then.
We'll put him over there. Alex isn't here right now because he's at school. We wanted to keep him away from this, so he doesn't really know that we're doing this. He's probably going to be very pissed.
We left him out.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we chose now to do it.
Like I said, a few days have gone by.
I don't know. I mean, it could just be that they were making that as a joke and also got targeted by Slenderman, but I don't think that's true. Not completely. I think that he only existed in one of these iterations. And since everything's bleeding into each other, the Rake and Slenderman bled through into this. That's what I think. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's just what it seems like to me.
So you got your knife back?
I don't know if they fully explain that.
Actually, I found this on my bed in...
But it seems like real world, non-paranormal world is getting fused with paranormal world, basically.
Lost it 2 days ago, got it back.
Yeah, so either whatever this thing is able to teleport or some shit, or we got somebody else doing something. I don't know. I don't fucking care anymore. I just... Alright. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What do you got? Do you have anything? A box. Seriously?
Well,
Alright,
what
stay
else were you
behind
going
me.
to do? The baseball bat hasn't shown up yet.
A razor. This is getting really good now.
Doesn't smell as bad.
No.
It's not bad as well.
Yeah, hold on to that. Gonna need the other pieces.
What did you guys do? Did you cover it up?
Definitely gonna need the other pieces to
Did you
that.
come back in here?
No. We boarded it up when we got back, remember? Vinny?
There's literally nothing. There's just a wall now. No crawl space, no nothing, no tunnel. What the f... Nothing.
I don't know, man.
Huh. Well, I figure smell's gone.
Holes gone.
Hole's gone. Somebody up there. Close.
Yeah.
Let's clean this shit up. No, let's let your brother clean this shit up.
Well, he has his room back.
Yep, that's nice.
Alright, big description. This is the video we talked about in last night's live broadcast. Obviously, we got home alright. Vin picked us up, no problem. I don't know what we got there. Alex's room is normal again. Something made a path from that thing to get out. The crawl space didn't continue on when we moved in. Shortly before we sealed off the room. You'll remember that something messed with my cache of what's in the heck letters concerning a particular doctor. That piece of paper that I found in Alex's room on our return was the clue that taunted me in Centralia that was missing until now. I still don't know what it means. Time will tell. Alex and I are safe. Maybe that's why it's so quiet this whole time. The others are just fine too. Thanks for sticking it out with us, hybrids. We're going to be looking for some answers very soon. Aggravation. Not a single one of those protesters. What? I'm incredibly disappointed and weak of you all. Regardless, I shall be returning from abroad very soon. I want to keep going back for these. Because the game, we're seeing the pieces of it, but I don't think that's... During the time of Arab Spring in Egypt. Interesting. What did it say about protesters? A single one of those protesters could be influenced into our action. Gotcha, gotcha. How incredibly disappointing week of you all. Regardless, I shall returning soon from abroad. Very soon. You disgust me. EverymanHYBRID said. On February 17th, 2011, Rabbit98 received the 4th box of 7 in his prize for winning round 1 of the 7 Trials of Habit, and posted the contents online.
Alright, here we go. Purple tape and my address. Didn't really feel like doing an introduction right now because I just, got it.
That's really big. I need to discuss that for a second. That's really big. So what we found out so far in the 7 Trials of Habit is that not only are things physically shifting in and mentally shifting in from the other timelines, but also there's physical connections, like little portals or tunnels connecting all of these realities together physically, like a mesh, like a spider web. And also Slenderman might be trying to patch these up? I don't know. That part still is unclear.
There's no return address. It feels very light, though. See. Not sure what it is. It feels like it's filled with stuffing, paper, and whatnot. A little trouble. Come on. Word. Sister wanted me to let them know that the burrito in the fridge was hers. What the hell?
Okay. 98. That's really creepy. What's in it? What's in it? Open the box. Why is it burned? Is it from the first? Why do I feel like Habit is sitting there chilling in the first iteration, sending things through all the other iterations? Like he's actually, his real game isn't this game, the 7 Trials of Habit. His real game is interfering with the other. Let's just say there's 7. I don't know if there is. But let's just say there's 7 iterations, and this is actually Habit manipulating and doing things in the 7 other iterations to either try to fix things, or he's just crazy and he's manipulating them all. Maybe he was never crazy in the first place. Maybe he was transient and what I mean about that is that maybe his mind transcended into all 7 realities at once, and that's why everyone thought he was crazy. He was actually seeing 7 realities at once.
That's my number.
And living through them, interacting with them.
But don't recognize this. Smells
You just smelled a hat.
Alright, well.
It is
Yeah,
weird.
box 2 or 4. Fuck, whatever. I'm kind of excited in my head.
Some weird stuff. I'm guessing it's just like artifacts from different timelines. I feel like we're the 7th. We're the last of however many there are. Like our actual reality.
Okay, no time not to open. There we go.
Shade past. Okay, well that's another piece of the puzzle. They need to get them all together.
I guess that's part of Jeff's clue, huh?
Yeah, it's the password section. We almost need to somebody to piece all 4 together. Hopefully they'll do that in this compilation. It's a username and password. Okay, dude, wish the camera. Just read it for us. Read it. Read it.
This is
It's blurry. Read it to us.
I'll read the first 2 paragraphs. I'll type the rest.
Okay, there you go.
Every so often, as expected, the children seem to suffer a group relapse, so to speak. Occasionally, a single one may seem to experience mood swings and other emotional inadequacies, but those are generally normal at such an age. It just pains Marion and myself so when they all go through these relapses. It's never an individual occurrence, these episodes. It's never Evan acting out alone. It's never Jeffrey shouting nonsense or Vinny spouting out biblical verses. No. When it does occur, it's always each and every one of them. After the episode is finished, each of the children becomes very reclusive, with Stephanie perhaps being the most affected. I'll type the rest up later. Tranthal, 3:23 a.m. This is the second half of the letter.
Let's see, how many lives have you led and spent? It's a good question. Really good question. Like the $1 million question.
Check the inside of the box. Let's examine this. This hole right here was directly underneath that one, which means something came in through here and pushed that out.
Well, wait a minute. If Slenderman is targeting them in all iterations, could it be that he's targeting them in all iterations from the first iteration? Like using the spiderweb to link to them all, maybe? Is that a possibility? Yeah, stuff is already being haunted before the prank. True.
This hole was made from inside.
Gotcha. Okay, so I was wrong on that. Thank you for clarification.
Okay. Start with splinter. KV?
I need to... There's a video on how to leaves? I need to look that up then.
ALL maybe? Here's 3.
No, I appreciate a book better if I watch a thing on it first and then read it with that. Well, actually, no, I take that back. If I have to read it first, I read it first, get my own outlook on it, then I go back, watch somebody else's outlook on it, and then I go back and read it again and see if I can find anything that either of us missed. That's the way I like to read books.
Maybe the purple tape is hiding something. It's burned.
Shirley's right.
Pleasantly enough.
It's Alex's hat.
It's my penguin face.
Right. Suspicious doll. Shade's password till you get the other half. Gotcha. We'll get the other half.
Tape stick. Burn marks.
Damsel is Stephanie. Gotcha.
I suspect there's nothing of interest on the other side either. Let's try it anyway.
So you think it was like 1,000 different lies? I'd have to read it while I was walking, like multitask with it, to read a book that big. It'd take me a while, though. Damn, so Stephanie took that as my notes. Habit.
There's the I. There's the G. The rest is rake scratches.
I guess that's just him. I mean, does he actually... Is Habit actually onto something profound about breaking the habits of man and trying to make men not do bad things? Or focus on how people do bad things? Or is Habit just crazy? That's my question. Is he sane, or is he insane, or is he super sane?
Recognize it, but I don't recognize it at the same time. But
yeah, I recognized it too, but I didn't know where it was from. I didn't.
I feel like that's something
Alex's head, yeah.
At some point. I could be wrong. I don't know.
You're just shirtless, chilling. Looks hot though. I mean, he has his fan on. He's shirtless.
Shit. Nothing else in here.
It looks like Photo kind of. Like, or like his cousin. Habit's just the embodiment of the worst of humankind. I could see that. So he's crazy, but evil and knowledgeable about all the iterations. Gotcha. Does he not, though? And that would be totally something that Photo would do, just stand there with the shirt off. Roxy gets me. Alright. Ever so often, as expected, the children seem to suffer a group relapse, so to speak. Occasionally, a single one may seem to experience mood swings and other emotional inadequacies, but those are generally normal at such an age. It just pains Marion and myself so when they all go through relapses. This is the note after the fact. It's never an individual occurrence, these episodes. It's never Evan acting out alone. It's never Jeffrey shouting nonsense or Vinny spouting biblical verses. No, when it does occur, it's always each and every one of them. Oh, you remember how they were all spouting nonsense together when the TV came on? So it's happening there too. That connection, that weird... They're a central point. Not all of them individually, but all together are a central point that's like filtering these things, filtering these iterations through them. After the episode is finished, each of the children become very reclusive, with Stephanie perhaps being the most affected. Why Stephanie the most? And why was Stephanie being hunted before them? Like was mentioned in the comments. They may refuse food and lock themselves in the rooms for hours on end, not making a single noise. They may simply sit on the kitchen floor, staring off into space. The post-incident emotions generally tend to be solitary events, not very pleasant for our family.
Oh, okay.
The most recent of these incidents happened just yesterday, 2 days ago. Marianne called me frantically from a store in town. The children had gone missing. She told me they had been writing and acting out a play about pirates. She hadn't seen or heard from them since. They had been missing since mid-morning. Marianne thought that they might have made a small trip into town. No one else had seen them. We were nearly hysterical. Wild. There's so much going on. I'm like right on the cusp of figuring it out. I can feel it. Around 10 p.m. last night, our phones ring. A few police officers had been around the house that day in order to help begin a small search for them, but they didn't promise much and insisted that we stay optimistic. I answered the phone, and wouldn't you know it, Jeffrey was on the line. I demand to know where he was, where his siblings were. They were in Pennsylvania. He handed the phone to an adult, and I almost exploded, calling him a rapist and until he informed me that he was Officer Matten of a local police department, and so on, and so forth. The children were safe. yet hours away. We had to drive and pick them up. Officer Madden was incredibly reassuring. Well, at least in the mindset he was in. At least in hindsight he was. I don't think I was very jovial about the whole incident. He said he would have driven them some distance himself, but he was not sure he could use the department's vehicle for something like that. We were terribly relieved. But, the children had a whole wave of explanations to look forward to. After talking to the children for a few moments, it became quite clear that they weren't goofing off, that they simply didn't run away, that this was another episode. After hours of driving into the night and waiting out a brief snowstorm just over the border into Pennsylvania, I guess, we found this secluded restaurant that Matten told us about that we should meet in. He didn't want the children waiting at the dirty old prison, and he knew the proprietor of the restaurant, so he waited with them there. It was very early in the morning when we finally arrived. The sun wouldn't be rising for a few more hours. However, the proprietor of the tavern was apparently a kind spirit, and did not mind keeping the fireplace roaring, and the front door unlocked for the night. A few other locals sought refuge from the increasingly violent snowstorm outside. It seems that we had made it just in time. The roads were becoming icy, and the Pocono roads were already treacherous enough as they were. Some were tourists, staying in nearby cabins owned by the motel. Apparently the children had ended up near this small resort town, aptly named Memory Town. The owner seemed to be in his element, as if the storm was just another occasion to entertain and take care of the people around him. Meals were ordered and made. No fare was collected. The leather sleeves that were generally used to house bar tabs and restaurant bills sat uncollected among the scattered groups of family in the comfortable tavern. The children sat near the rear windows, looking out into the freezing lake that the resort town was built around. I was moved by Marianne's interactions with the children. We agreed that pressing on them hysterically would only lead us into more frustration and anger. Gradually, bits of our conversation came from our children. It's not like we did anything wrong. We were just playing a game. We used to do it all the time in the home doctor. I mean, every weekend we played these games. He got us there in an instant. I don't know why it took us so long to get home. We just wanted to find the hidden treasure. There we go. There it is. We wanted to find the hidden treasure. So that was their game. What frightened me the most was the honest exhibition of their pleading explanations. If they weren't lying, there was something terribly wrong. And if they were honest, which I believe they always are, then I don't know how they easily traveled this far, or something is terribly wrong. My children were taken from the house, transported over 300 miles eastward, all in the search of a whimsical treasure, and all under the guidance of this figure. Yes, something is terribly wrong indeed. It's probably habit. Maybe Slenderman? I don't know. It probably sounds more like habit. It's crazy. Corinthal at 3:23 a.m. How many lives have you led and spent? Drip, drop, slice and chop, chase the rabbit, hop, 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 run away, I don't care, I will find you anywhere. Rose. I'll keep you guys posted by Twitter, not much else at the moment. Okay, we'll winter its best.
How's it going, hybrids? It's been. This is kind of hard to say, but I think that we should say, just to document it so you guys know. We were going to go question Jessie about Dr. Corinthal, and we decided to hold off a bit just because we found out, it's with a heavy heart that I tell you this, that her grandmother was murdered recently.
Dang.
And, the fuck are you doing?
They should know, Evan.
They should know jack shit. We're not fucking talking about this on the fucking camera. Are you
Well. Oakland was found and murdered in Jim Thorpe home. Carbon County, the body of locally renowned philanthropist Rose was discovered Tuesday morning by an assisted living nurse checking in for the morning. No foul play of the nurse part is suspected. Local animal control has been on high alert since the discovery. Jim Thorpe police had originally locked down several city blocks following the report, however. Had since claimed that this was not the work of a human attacker. 9 p.m. citywide curfew had been issued until further notice. Rose was known for her work with foster children and at-risk youth. Jimthorpe Mayor Mike Franco had commented that her death is a direct blow to our community. The contributions of Rose and her late husband William have been remembered for generations to come. Inquiries concerning her family's history catching up with her were met with harsh feedback at the conference held yesterday evening. Ceremonial information will be provided later in the week, a representative noted. Yeah, I definitely recognize a few of the words. Habits all caps are very important. Gotcha. One second. Slenderman more of habit action. Sounds like Slenderman more than habit, but does Slenderman interact with stuff like that? He's usually kind of just in the background, just popping in the backgrounds, just when the cameras mess up. Captain Habit was a better pirate than Sunday. All the cap lock videos. Okay, when the story really picks up, gotcha. There are Morse code in the videos. Gotcha. For real. Okay. Our prayers go to Jessie and her family this week. Such a necessary and such a kind person when she's back home. We'll begin to piece her relation to this doctor together. Somehow. Until then, her family needs her. Thank you, hybrids. Rabbit52 has been designated the winner of Round 2, Trial 4, and assumes the label, Wear and Jester. Trial 5 has been released, Part 1 of 2. Create a beautiful handmade gift for a loved one, including a picture of the two of you. Trial 5. I hope you've spent a great deal of time on your gift. You must now present the gift to the recipient. If you have not done yet, so do so. Either way, you must document your reclaiming of the gift. Tell them that this is a symbol of your relationship and of your love, and destroy it. You have until this Thursday, the 17th at noon, to upload your submission. Remind them who made you do it. Send them a new email message with the link for confirmation. That's cruel. He's so messed up. Just trying to, screw the world up. I think Habit needs to be the target. Slenderman's not really doing anything. Not really. He's just a background character. They need to get Habit out of the way. For sure. Unless Slenderman's the one causing everything. On March 16, 2011, Storm of Tar releases the following. Hey Tara, I'm not sure exactly what happened to your prize from however long ago. Remember that promotion contest? There were simpler times. Well, we just remembered that we've been sitting on these, waiting for some pleasant downtime to finally ship them all. Well, whatever happened to your original prize happened. We figured that you could at least have the first non-crew wristband. Hope all is well, Jeff. Stop watching us. Please stop watching. 38 rabbits remain. If you have not received a confirmation message, you have been eliminated. We haven't had any real fun in a while, have we? And then a location. Make haste, rabbits. Just got a text update on my phone. I thought we were done playing petty games. 7 trials. Nope. Following the coordinates posted to Habit on Twitter, look behind you discovers the 5th box of 7 and posts their findings online. To drop a bunch of cards, coins. You're a pirate. It's pirate booty now. And the symbol, everything pointing to the middle, pointing to something. Every man and other miracles and moral plays. The voyeurs shall watch from an emotional distance, and insisting upon maintaining their strength. Odd. That reminds me, how has the reboot of Peaceful Watcher been going? I saw the first one, and I think the second one, but I haven't seen any since then. I don't know if YouTube's just not giving me notifications or what, but I was wanting to follow that, closely. Oops, don't mean to go full screen. Habit stuff. Oh, it's the... Okay, so that's what they represent. So this may be important for later. I need to take notes of this. Habit, Steph, Doc, Man, Jeff, Vinny, and Evan. The Joker, Queen, Ace of Hearts, King, Jester of Clubs, and Jester of Spades. I'm not going to talk about spades today. There's just a funny thing that I was reminded of, how hearts look kind of like a butt, and then like spades is like... Never mind. Okay. Kenton, Miscellanea Metropolitan Area of Ohio, the office of Dr. James Corenthal, Fairmount Children's Home, 677 Union Street, Alliance, Ohio. Northeast, Alliance, Ohio. Exit 4352. December 14th, 1971. Dr. Roberts and FCH Evaluations and Discharge, Fairmount Children's Home Association Office. Okay. This, and then the subject line is Patient Jeffrey Redacted and the Mining Town 4. That's right, they were all found there. But, like, what happened there? So the arrows actually represent the 4, don't they? The Mining Town 4. Roberts. You know I am the first to admit when I have done something wrong, and this is just such an occasion. I must apologize for my prior hesitation concerning the admissions from the Pennsylvania fires last month. I provided a brief report on another patient that you and I each know very well, Evan, and I must say that the progress shown has been consistent with the amount of contact he has held with the other children from his hometown. Although I expressed doubts concerning his overall health and still do not think it would be very wise to fully discharge any of these children, the relationships and various friendships have been incredibly beneficial to their eventual rehabilitation. However, one of the children in my care, Jeffrey, is having a particularly difficult time acclimating to their home routine schedule and cannot break himself from his dream that we have discussed a few times since his admission. It is quite apparent that these night terrors are stemming from a traumatic incident, and, when he describes the dream, it is quite clear that it has to do with the very violent fate that the rest of his family met back in Pennsylvania. I'm sorry to bother you again, Doctor. I wouldn't want to worry you, but they said I had to talk with you because of my screaming. Yeah, when we were sleeping, Vinny and Steph tried to help me when I woke up, but the others weren't happy. They were yelling and cursing at us. Evan eventually woke up too. They called us all bad names, Doctor. Oh, the dream? Yeah, it was about Mommy and Ellie again. Okay, Doctor. Oh yeah, Daddy was there too. I remember going to his funeral. Doctor, why was he in my dream? I have a little rose blossom from his funeral wreath. It's in my old room. His family house was lost in the town's fires. He obviously doesn't recall or blocks it out. Never mind. Yes, the dream. You probably remember how it goes. It was last Christmas again, and we were sitting in the living room. Ellie's was only a few years older than me. I wanted to be just like her, Doctor. She was so smart. She was going to go to a college one day. I mentioned a few possible fields that she may have wanted to go into. No, I don't think she wanted to be a nurse. I don't really remember. She was good at everything in school. She was writing something in a diary that Grandma had sent her for the holidays. No, Grandma wasn't there. She lived far away, so she would mail us our gifts every year. She was awesome, though, Doctor. She sent me a little red truck. I was picking up the deliveries near the fireplace, and the bed of the truck popped off. I was trying to click it back together when I heard the kitchen door open. Mom stood up. She was sitting with Ellie, looking at her writing. They were smiling, and Ellie was describing something. Mommy wasn't smiling anymore. She goes away from us. In the kitchen, I hear this horribly loud bang. Something fell on the floor. Daddy comes into the living room and looks at the Christmas tree, then at me, and then at Ellie. He's smiling. He was just hunting because he had his shotgun and was covered in chunks of some dead animal. The blood of his mother, Roberts. He tells us, "Merry Christmas, lovies," and puts the barrel of his gun to the back of Ellie's head. Before she can say anything, he pulls the trigger. He walks over to me and kneels down to my face. He clicks the bed of his truck back together and hands it to me. I love you, Jeffrey, he whispers and kisses my forehead. I take my truck and place it on the ledge of the fireplace. Daddy, why did you do that to Ellie? I pointed to the hole in Ellie's face. Well, now we know why everybody went crazy. Daddy walked over to the Christmas tree and touched my favorite ornament, a little toy wooden soldier that he and... Oh, that little toy soldier we saw earlier! That's what that's from! That I made over the summer. He taught me how to carve figures using his old knife, and I was so excited that he let me use a small piece of firewood he had collected for the winter to make a soldier for this year's tree. He bought some paints at the store in town, and we painted it together. This is so messed up. I asked the boy, Jeffrey, what happened next? You stopped telling me about the dream. Oh, yeah, doctor. He stopped looking at the ornament and looked back at me. Son, the man made me do it. He put the shotgun's tip into his mouth, and I hear the bang again. I wake up, and everyone's telling me to stop screaming. Vinny and Steph were holding my hand. They weren't telling me to stop. They were trying to help me. These night terrors were fortunately cut down to about twice a week at this point, Roberts. This is much better than when the boy first arrived. It wasn't that most a splendid week. Obviously, these relationships that he had developed within the hospital had been serving to help speed up his recovery. I have put in a request to move the children from their standard sleeping accommodations in the common hall to a new partitioned area. I want to try something, Roberts. They are each lacking a true parental figure at this point. I think that may be all they need. Sincerely, Dr. James Corenthal. The following is a presentation of what was written in the copy of the Everyman Hybrid book found in Box 5, and what was written in relation to the actual Everyman play. We read that earlier. The voyeur shall watch from an emotional distance, insisting upon maintaining their strength. Everyman is a medieval play classified as a mortality play. It examines the question of Christian salvation by use of allegorical characters and that man must do to attain it. The premise is that good and evil deeds of one's life will be tallied by God after death, as in a ledger book. The play is an allegorical accounting of the life of every man, who represents all mankind. All the characters are also allegorical, each personifying an abstract idea such as fellowship, material, goods, strength, and knowledge. The moral of the play is that all will abandon everything on his final journey except good deeds and knowledge, and of the two, only good deeds will stand beside him at the final judgment. At the Dramatis Personae listing of characters, 3 new characters were added: the Voyeur, the Firebrand, and the Guardian. At the top of page 37, near the header of Everyman, the following is written: Enter the Voyeur, the Firebrand, and the Guardian. The 3 new characters enter the play only after a message from the messenger. This play is one of morality, and its theme is transitory nature of life. The regular characters enter as the messenger warns against sin and notes all of Everyman's allies shall forsake him in the end. All his allies forsake him in the end. That's probably going to happen with the people. It should also be noted that Corenthal's letter was stapled to page 36 of the play. So those, the Voyeur, the Firebrand, the Guardian, all of these characters are actually presented in the kids and the habit and everything, aren't they? It's probably going to come into play later. At the bottom of page 37, the following was written: The Voyeur shall watch from an emotional distance, insisting upon maintaining their strength. This talking about habit. At this point, the actions of the regular play has still not begun, and this line occurs at the center of God's opening speech. Following the messenger's warnings, God complains that the people have become corrupt and lost sight of their higher purpose. Unthankful for a loaning of life and body, he immediately decides to summon every man for judgment. This is their judgment, isn't it? This is freaking purgatory. They have to live through every variation of what could have happened in their purgatory. Like, is Slenderman holding them in purgatory? Is he the deity in this? At the bottom of page 39, the following was written: The Firebrand shall... That's Firebrand's probably Slenderman. The Firebrand shall disregard obvious danger and assume the role of force. That sounds like Slenderman. The page shows the initial interaction between death and Everyman. The Everyman laments at the bottom of the page: Alas, shall I no longer respite? I may say death giveth no warning. It's respite, I know, but I'm saying respite. At the bottom of page 41, the following is written: The Guardian shall lose his heart, and then his body, and fight to lose all he loves. On the previous 2 pages, Death refuses to negotiate with Everyman, but does allow him to bring friends with him into the final judgment! Bring friends with him into the final judgment! That's exactly what's happening! This is exactly what's happening. The Everyman, I don't know who the Everyman is. Maybe Jeff? But he brought the friends with him into the final judgment. This is his final judgment. This is his purgatory. First place Everyman turns to is fellowship. This is like the journeys to hell or whatever, the Dante Inferno. Well, that was tour through hell, but you know, it's like the journey to the afterlife in Egyptian mythology, representing general society as compared to a close friend and family, which are called upon later. Page 40. It's almost like he's trying to. Okay, I need to stop reading for a second. It's almost like they're going through purgatory, but they're like fighting it and trying to live out a normal life instead of accepting the purgatory. And in doing so, they're being forced to live over and over and over again, dodging the question, the glaring question: are they worthy of heaven or something? Like they're avoiding the judgment to move on to the afterlife because they don't feel like they're able to do it or they deserve the correct afterlife, the afterlife they want. So they're just reliving purgatory over and over and over again, refusing to move on. That's what I'm starting to get from this. Anyway, page 41 ends with Everyman's line, "Yea, good fellowship, yea, I am in great jeopardy." That's what I'm starting to think's happening now, though. I think we're onto something. At the bottom of page 43, the following is written: "The voyeur shall remain idle to all who see, however busy he may be beneath." On the 2 pages leading to this line, the Everyman asks Fellowship to accompany him on a difficult journey. Fellowship agrees until he learns that the journey is with death, at which point he may not only refuse to accompany the Everyman, but also completely forsake him and leaves him on his own. Society does not stand with Everyman, but rather only pities and ignores his plight. At the bottom of page 45, the following is written: "The firebrand shall lead an offense as he might, only to succumb to the war within." That sounds like Vanny. Only 44 and 45 begin with Everyman being abandoned by Fellowship. He calls out for family and friends, and thus kindred and cousin come to stand at Everyman's side, willing to go on almost any journey with him. When they find that Everyman's quest is one into death, Kindred blatantly refuses to accompany him, and Cousin makes excuses. The page ends with Everyman's family forsaking him.
Sounds like I'm more like Evan more than anyone else.
For the main target, for the one who's getting the friends? Yeah. Yeah, Evan, Habit.
Firebrand. Firebrand is Evan, because he's trying to deal with Habit within him, and then he lost to Habit, so Habit's taking more control.
Yeah, so the demon's taking control, so therefore he's on the quick path to hell, but he's like trying to avoid it. And in doing so, he's causing his family and friends to have to relive their lives over and over again as he refuses to move on and be judged.
His name is Vincent.
That's wild.
While Jeff is obviously the Voyager, because he's the cameraman. Voyager, he's idle, he's watching.
Voyager, yeah.
And then obviously the last one being obvious, Jessa is the damsel is the guardian.
It's wild. Okay. Most important text block of them all. Yeah, it definitely is. And I definitely understand what's called EverymanHYBRID now. Yeah, for sure. Coiling a biblical story. About to read Everyman play capitalized letters. The parts are regarding Voyeur, Firebrand, Guardian, and our most important parts. This document, though. Okay. This document gets dark. The document's quite dark. Yeah, it's... Okay. Think about Vinny was the one who eviscerated the pastor, not Slenderman, because Slenderman always puts people's body trash bags hanging from a tree. That is his go-to. I think this was actually I'm the Original Lore by Victor. Vinny was the one who eviscerated the pastor, and rightfully so, but it's something you don't realize. Okay, that's... Never mind. I think Vinny killed the pastor, but trash bags too. Okay, so Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian are the 3 main characters. You won't tell me which one's which. Okay. Voyeur... It could be Vinny. I don't know. Whoever the main, which would be... I don't know, I think Hybrid, or the Everyman is Evan, and then the 3 friends would be Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian, I think. They're definitely starting to fall into place. Alright, you're going to have to read... Yeah, I'm going to have to go out there and read the play too, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll finish up here and then we'll continue this soon, this week. Boy, Firebrand, and Guardian are referring to Evan, Vinny, and Jeff. Okay. But not necessarily in that order. Okay. So Everyman isn't represented as a person then, is what you're telling me. Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian are Evan, Vinny, and Jeff. But there's a fourth arrow. So that's Everyman, but who is Everyman? Could it be Damsel? Anyway, at the bottom of page 47, the following is written. The Firebrand shall defect and... Okay, so this is important because if you know who's who, you're finding out what's going to happen. The Firebrand shall defect and self-immolate, no longer defining the two within. The Firebrand sounds like Evan. I think the Firebrand might be Evan, I don't know. On this page, Everyman asks physical Goods to accompany him to the final judgment. But Goods refuses and notes that his presence would simply damn EverymanHYBRID further for his selfishness. And Everyman complains that he did not know he was wasting his time on Goods. Goods sharply rebukes him and notes that his presence is a taint. My condition is man's soul to kill. If I save one, 1,000 I do spill. Weenest thou that I would follow thee? Nay, from this world, not verily. The Everyman's last thoughts on the page indicates that he thought Goods was a friend. At the bottom of page 49, the following was written. The Guardian shall defy a god, only to be dealt a fatal blow. Might be talking about Slenderman. On this page, Everyman searching for allies to advocate for him at the final judgment approaches Good Deeds to aid him. He wishes that he could, but due to neglect, she cannot stand. She advises him to fall upon her sister, Knowledge, as an ally who argues to help Everyman and be his guide. At the bottom of page 51, the following was written. The Voyeur shall swallow justice's sword. This line falls to Everyman's journey to confession. From knowledge and good deeds, tell Everyman will strengthen good deeds for the final judgment. Good deed is weaker from a life of selfishness and greed. The Everyman ends the page by begging forgiveness from God, confessing his faults. On the next page... The Everyman receives a cloak of contrition, a symbol of sorrow for his past mistakes that will aid in representing his repentance to God. At the bottom of page 53, the following is written. Their world shall perish, and their world did perish in the EverymanHYBRID world. This page features knowledge and good deeds, telling the Everyman to call upon strength, beauty, discretion, and 5 wits for his final pilgrimage with death. The Everyman does this, and these 4 allies promise to follow him on any journey, a promise they will soon break upon learning the true nature of the journey. The final lines before the end of the page are the promise of strength, and I, strength, will stand by your side, will stand by you in distress, through thou, in battle, would fight on the ground. At the bottom of page 55, the following is written. Their world shall burn, and their world did burn. This is definitely telling what happened. This line follows 2 pages of discussion between 5 wit and knowledge, who advocate for Everyman visiting a priest for the last rites and cleansing rituals before he passes on. Knowledge notes, though, that not all priests are equally good, acknowledging impureness and greed among their ranks. 5 wits replies that every man should trust God to keep him away from such tricksters and forces of evil. This statement of faith in priests of cleansing ends the page. At the bottom of page 57, the following is written. You too are on the same sinking vessel. This page and the previous one shows all of Everyman's allies forsaking him. Strength, beauty, discretion, and 5 wits, all leaving him to his fate. At the bottom of page 58, the following is written. The great flood shall wash away all their ash, readying the world for another, greater cycle. And there's talking about the cycle restarting. This page ends with every man offering his soul unto death, taking his good deeds along with him. It also notes that knowledge will follow every man until the very last moments, and only then will forsake him. On the bottom of page 58, the following is written. Exit all. This page of the book marks the end of the play. The play ends after a final proclamation from a character called the Doctor. The Doctor! There's the Doctor too! On the moral of the story. In the Doctor's first and only appearance, the Doctor emphasizes that, when facing death, the only allies the Everyman had were his good deeds and his knowledge, and only his good deeds could follow him to the final judgment. Those whose good deeds are weak are cast into hell, and those whose good deeds are strong ascend into heaven.
Almost sounds like the good deeds are the rabbits. As in...
I think the bad deeds would be rabbits.
Those who could not complete trials are then eliminated, as in cast to hell, and those who continue on are get closer to heaven, learning the truth.
That makes sense. You're learning the truth. You're ascending to heaven if you complete the tasks. That's a good point. I think you're right there. Yeah. Huh. That's wild. So is it that they're using the play as a metaphor? Is it that the play is based off of what happened in the original timeline in this world? Or is it that the timelines are mimicking what the play's doing? Like some kind of being or force is basically imprinting this play into reality? Or is it just that the play, since it was based on tenets and things like that from different spiritual texts, is it just that the world is following along with that? It's like a universal law, so to speak. That is super interesting.
That play, while the words are written, are emphasized our main characters that we're following.
Yeah.
That the rest of it is just more smaller details and such, and we're supposed to like infer what to that character was happening.
Yeah. I just found that super fascinating, though.
Having to deal with two battle internally with himself and Habit, and then inevitably succumbing to him.
Everyman hybrid. But why hybrid? Well, hybrid would be... It's capitalized. So that... The hybrid part... is Habit? So yeah, Habit would be the one being judged then, I guess. Right?
I think it's... Vincent is...
No, who's who? Because of what happens on the... Gotcha.
Because... I feel like he's center stage, but there's a bigger spotlight right now on Habit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they're metaphors for what will happen to the characters. But I mean, like, how could they be metaphors for what happened to the characters unless somebody already knows the future? And why would it match up so perfectly if the play wasn't designed for them, or if something is mimicking the play and impressing the things that happen onto them? So I'm trying to say, three main characters, the roles are mixed together. They form a hybrid. Habit knows the future. Yeah, Habit knows the future, but how would that play line up with it so well if Habit or something's not pulling the strings? You see what I'm saying? Like, how would a play match up perfectly if there wasn't something pulling strings, or something from the past that knew about the future, or something from the future that knew about the past? You know what I mean? Something explains at the very end. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the Nightmind video. I don't like explained videos. Unless it's, I don't know, maybe for that book, though. Habit's also pulling strings. I mean, he'd have to be, wouldn't he? Okay, well, we'll wait and see, but that's my thoughts so far. Yeah, I'm about to head out as well as Floxcat. So, three main character roles. You know, that is true. They always separate different roles and different good and bad things about people as like they're very black and white. But in life, things are very gray. They kind of blend into each other, bleed into each other. There's not really any definitive lines in real life. So that would kind of explain the hybrid thing. Everything blending. Interesting, a lot to think about. I'm gonna have to go back before we do the next. We're gonna close here in a minute, but before we do the next part, continue the rest of this video, I'm gonna have to go back and read those, and I'm gonna try to figure out which one's which, and then what each thing would mean. Or maybe we could just start the next one with that again, but not read the whole thing. Just quickly go through it at the beginning. I think that's crazy important. So definitely a lot to think about, though. So this seems to me like this is all habits, judgment, and he brought friends with him. He's like an evil spirit trapped here, reliving lives over and over and over and over again, trying to avoid the judgment. Gosh, that's. Wait a minute. Could Habit actually be all of the? Or not Habit in general, but Evan. Could Evan actually be all of these things? He's all three of those, not just the main characters. He's all those things. There's a good Evan, there's Habit, there's all these different versions of him. What if the hybrid is that he represents all of them in Everyman? He represents all three.
That's a good point.
Evan might be the voyeur, the firebrand, and the guardian. He may be all three in one person, because everybody is, multiple things in one. That is the hybrid. You two are. You're all of these things. Same sinking vessel. Oh, that's what I meant. It's YTATSSV. That means nothing, but okay. Those capitals supposedly mean something, but they're just kind of random.
About the part of in part 2 where it showed them the light. Like someone sinking in the lake.
It's 24 hours. The playing cards tell you who is who. I figured, but they moved them, so it would have been hard to figure out which one was which. I would have to go back and try to match up where they moved each card. Now, how would I know? Because we saw one side and then saw the other. How do we know which one's actually which? They could have mixed them around. That's why I didn't try on the playing cards. The extra rules of the play. So the cards tell you the extra rules of the play. Gotcha. Man, that's interesting. A lot to think about. But yeah, I think that he's all. I think the reason he's the Everyman hybrid is because he is all those things, and that's all the different parts of a person, all the different parts to be judged. That's my thoughts. All right, well, I had a great time. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much, Other Grant, for joining me today, for being my co-host as always on these. And yeah, we'll have to, like I said, I'm going to start the next one with going over the play again, trying to figure out who is who. I'm going to have to look at the cards. I'll look at the cards, try to figure out who's who from that, if they all actually match up with the placement, and then we'll try to figure out who's representing what in the play and what that means is going to happen, and then we'll continue on from there at the 3-hour 42-minute mark. Do the last 2 hours of this then. This is really cool to go through with you all. I'm having a good time. All right. Well, I will see you all then. Again, thank you all. And as always, keep your eyes wide open and never stop reading. I'll see you all. Thanks so much for watching. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Jabra Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, MC Darfer, Vexus, Agnieszka, Granny Monster, Nightmare Luna, Lily Ardat, and Elliot the Epic 242. Really, thank you so much for everything.